Hi, my name is Billy Jackson, and I teach mathematics at North Shore Community College. This lesson is going to be about how to multiply and divide mixed numbers. To multiply mixed numbers, first you need to change each mixed number into improper fraction, and then you can multiply the fractions just as you normally would. It's important to know that you cannot just multiply the whole numbers and then multiply the fractions separately. Okay? You first need to change each of them into improper fractions. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first mixed number is 3 2/5. So to change this into an improper fraction, we'll multiply 5 times 3, which is 15, add 2, and you get 17, and the denominator of 5 stays the same. And now the second fraction, 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10, and the denominator stays the same as 7. So we've done the first step. We've changed our mixed numbers into improper fractions. And then we can just multiply the fractions as usual, which is just multiplying across, multiplying the two numerators together and multiplying the two denominators together. Now first, I see that we can do a little cross-reducing here, which I always like to do. The 10 and the 5 are both divisible by 5. So we can divide 5 by 5 and get 1, divide 10 by 5 and get 2, and that makes our multiplication a little bit easier. So we're going to multiply across now. 17 times 2 is 34, and 1 times 7 is 7. So it looks like we're done, but you'll see our answer is an improper fraction, and our problem was given to us with mixed numbers. So I think we should return our answer as a mixed number. So in order to do that, we just do 34 divided by 7, and 7 will go into 34 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28, and we have 6 left over. So the final answer would then be 4 6/7. Great. All right. Well, now let's try another example. And in this example, we'll be dividing mixed numbers. So to divide mixed numbers, it's just like multiplying mixed numbers. You cannot just divide the whole numbers and the fractions separately. You need to first turn each mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 3/4 as an improper fraction is going to be 11/4. 1 5/8 as an improper fraction is going to be 13/8. Oops, forgot the little arrow there. All right. Now, we're going to divide fractions as usual, which means we need to take our first fraction, keep it the same, and then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. The reciprocal is just the fraction flipped upside down, basically. Okay? And now we just multiply, so we would multiply across. You may see that there's a little cross-reducing that we can do here to make our problem a little bit easier. 11 and 13 cannot be cross-reduced, but the 4 and the 8 can both be reduced. They can both be reduced by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then we can multiply across, and 11 times 2 is 22. 1 times 13 is 13. And then it looks like we have our answer, 22/13. But you'll see that that is an improper fraction, and our problem was given to us as mixed numbers. So I think it's a good idea to change that back to a mixed number. So 22/13. In order to change this, we need to do 22 divided by 13. 13 goes into 22 1 times, and we're left with 9 left over. So the final answer would be 1 9/13. Great. All right. Now, you try an example. Press pause on the video and try to solve this problem. And then when you press play again, you'll see me work out the solution. All right. So I hope you were able to get an answer, and let's see if your answer was correct. We're going to divide 5 1/3 divided by 2 1/2. So again, first we're going to change our mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 5 1/3 would become 16/3 divided by 2 1/2, which as an improper fraction would be written as 5/2. And then we're going to take our first fraction and multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Great. I don't see any cross-reducing that can be done. 16 and 5 have no common factors. 2 and 3 have no common factors. So we'll just multiply across. 16 times 2 is 32. 3 times 5 is 15. And there we have it. We have an answer. But just like before, we may be able to turn this, well, we can turn this improper fraction into a mixed number, so let's do that. The problem was given to us as mixed numbers, so we should return our answer as one. So 15 goes into 32 2 times. 2 times 15 is 30. So we have 2 with 2 left over. So the final answer would be 2 2/15.